Father Power is trash. I'm telling you right now. Father Power is terrible,
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta play that nigga like right now type shit.
Father Power is terrible.
Hold on, let me he's a good dude. He's, you know, I played him
Hey,
before.
Snipes, you played the Bucks already?
All the way. God damn, fuck brain games, dude. This nigga gonna sit here and play D-line all game, nigga. I'm about to fucking dot his ass up.
Oh. Nah, that's somebody. That's a new dude. Y'all played him before. He been in leagues with y'all. He just came back.
Yeah, give me my PI. Nigga got ball hawk on. Nigga, give me that.
You
shit.
said Excel clock is on, Keys?
Huh? Yeah.
So,
Oh,
what's up,
God, here we
Cuz?
go.
I ain't see you in a minute, Cuz. How? I ain't see you at the barbecue, Cuz. Shit. Boy, last night was that's how you talk
So
every time we
good,
join the
you.
party, nigga. That's why I did it. I swear to God, nigga. Oh, that shit count, nigga. I knew that. Oh my God.
Oh, Zilla, and I'm gonna tell you tonight, not tonight. Go take your ass. I'm just go take your ass on.
I ain't gonna lie, Kyle. You should have seen this coming because you was pressing.
You know what? You know what? You know what? You
Man, play that man for the cash.
You know
play
what?
that man for the cash. Fuck all that talking, man.
We playing Legacy soon.
Play that nigga for the guap, man.
We playing Legacy.
These
We
niggas
playing
be
Legacy
bluffing, man.
soon.
Play this nigga for the
We playing
guap.
Legacy soon.
Play this nigga for the guap, man.
We playing Legacy soon.
I'm tired of these niggas talking crazy, man. Play
We
this
playing
nigga for the
Legacy
guap.
soon. I'll deal with him then.
Yeah, man. Tell that nigga Trey. Why you talking like Mayor?
He's trash. You know, I haven't seen nothing that's that impressive about his gameplay. He's
Niggas
terrible.
be scared to play for that cash, boy. I ain't gonna lie, boy.
I just don't play for money if people gonna run their little cheese mess. I don't do that. No, that's stupid.
I'm just talking in general. I ain't talking about you.
I played on Players Lounge and I played one person. They send that blitz through and I couldn't do nothing. Nah. You're trash. I'll play you in Legacy and probably rest my starters and still beat you. They said you making it out the AFC and strike group. I never was around when you won a Super Bowl, so I ain't never seen you win nothing. You're trash. I wasn't around when you won a Super Bowl. Yeah, right.
Playing.
Thank you. Your credibility is gone.
Yeah.
he did win, though.
I can't take his credit away.
Hey man, fuck you, man. Sorry. What up? Hey, you did that yet?
Let me see something.
You throw fit
This shit, Clay. Oh my God, nigga, that nigga almost broke. You talking about that league with that one nigga that came in the party earlier?
Now we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jameis now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Oh, this may be a free play for Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Good work that time to get him to jump. And now here's 1st and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready.
Now they try the right side here. And a short gain down to about the 33. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
That's it, baby. Five on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Bad time to get a delay of game penalty there. Not that there's a good time, but that makes it 3rd and 6. Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jameis to throw it. Complete. He finds Bray. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is going to find the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On third down, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Wentz now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On second down, here's Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Golden Tate, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well that they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Winston. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Check. Here we go, even. No. Off.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Green, trouble C. Watch 32. Hey, sub. Let's go. Sonic.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the...
Hey, let's get it converted. Five on the 50.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Jameis on second down. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Green, trouble C.
Now a second down throw for Winston. His throw incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Green, trouble C.
Winston. This is caught by Jackson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
Hey, 5 on the 50.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. Ready? Black 25. Where's that?
Second down, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the... And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 49 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wentz looking very much like his pre-injury self. He's got the Eagles on the move with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They run with Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Wentz to throw on second down. It's complete. It's Sproles. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try to run with Ajayi. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps it's quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Now it's Ajayi. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches, he may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
150, 150. Hey, sub. Let's go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. This one complete to Sproles. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
81.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down throw for Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. Let's be it. Jay's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, Winston. A dump underneath to Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and he's just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A give to Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Nate Gary. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll begin the drive to the Johnny. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Lion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. With it is Jackson. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now Winston. Flush to his right. Throw right side caught by O.J. Howard. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 42 yards. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very... Jameis now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Winston now. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. To throw is Winston. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Let's not forget, a year ago, this was a last-place team in their division in the National Football League. How quickly the fortunes can turn.
And somewhere, there's a former commissioner smiling down and looking because parity was something he was looking for in this league, and it plays itself out year after year. Last to first is not something that's uncommon in the NFL.
Yeah, season ago, they didn't have one performance like this, but they put it all together in this ballgame. They run again with a Giant. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's got Evans. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. To throw, Winston. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throw left side complete. It's Barber. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jameis again. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Buccaneer first. Winston to Brate. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, sub.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Let's go. Hey, sub.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check. And Winston lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground with a J. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a giant, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Here's Jackson.
you